More than 1,000 industry leaders gathered at the MJ Unpacked conference in St. Louis to address issues facing the cannabis market. In less than 2 years of selling legal recreational weed, Missouri's cannabis market has grown to $1.4 billion, outperforming states with a longer history of medical legalization like Arizona, Colorado, and Nevada. Those are mature marketplaces, and you are surpassing them, said Lori Parfait, CEO of LKP Impact Consulting. Hi, Lori. Like ya. Mwah. Missouri's doing amazing things, and we expect tremendous growth in this market going forward, she continued. Parfait gave a year's overview of Missouri's cannabis market as part of the MJ Unpacked conference in St. Louis last week, which brought together more than 1,000 industry leaders, regulators, investors, and scientists to address the issues facing the cannabis market. To a ballroom packed with brand executives, Parfait unveiled Missouri's top consumer. It's surprisingly a millennial man. Men make up 64% of cannabis sales in Missouri, and more than 40% of shoppers overall are millennials, or people between the ages of 28 and 43. Gen X buyers, ages 44 to 59, make up 25%, and Gen Z consumers, those between 21 and 27, are at 18% of the market. Baby boomers make up the remaining 14%. When you really think about your marketplace, the majority of consumers are sitting in that millennial bracket, she said, and flower still dominates everything. Nearly 50% of sales consist of flower, or what most would recognize as good old-fashioned weed sold in a container. Flower is the 800-pound gorilla, she said, and it's going to be one of the biggest categories out there. It's a major growth driver in this marketplace. That's true amongst all age groups in Missouri. However, among the younger generation, vape pens are a close second, but edibles make up a small percentage of their shopping cart. And it's the complete opposite for the older generation, who are starting to buy more edibles. In fact, the largest consumer of edibles currently in Missouri are baby boomer women. That should not be a surprise, guys. The top 5 brands make up almost 27% of the state's total sales. Those are Illicit Garden, Good Day Farms, Codes, Amaze Cannabis, and Vivid. Parfait's presentation was based on sales from September 2023 to October 2024, compiled by the cannabis data platform company Headset. Missouri voters approved recreational cannabis in 2022, and sales began a few months later in February of 2023. Andrew Mullins, executive director of the Missouri Cannabis Trade Association, said Missouri looks different from other state markets after transitioning from selling only medical marijuana to adding recreational cannabis. Other states saw a surge in sales for the first few months and then a pretty quick drop. We've been really surprised here in Missouri that it's basically been almost the exact same, almost 120 million every month all the way through, Mullins said. This summer, Mo Cannabis pointed to another study that showed that Missouri had the 5th most recreational cannabis sales, $709 million, in the first half of 2024 amongst all adult-use states. The report, released by national cannabis business publication Green Market Reports, showed California leading the nation in legal cannabis sales, followed by Michigan, Illinois, Massachusetts, all states with larger populations and that had legalized cannabis before Missouri. And that growth translates to jobs, Mullins says. The state industry now employs more than 20,000 people, according to the Division of Cannabis Regulations October data on cannabis employer or employee agents who have been licensed. We've been very fortunate for the economic impact that it's created, Mullins said, and the jobs that it has created. So, Yara Kubrin here. Looks like little state is showing that it's high and mighty. I'd like to puff pass and see what the rest of you guys think about this article today.
Man, Missouri is eating everybody's lunch. That might be like the #1 market to be in the entire country.
I don't know. It sounds like a puff piece to me, but
are you puffing?
Need to see some empirically verifiable data.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying Headset's not empirical verified data?
I'm saying Headset has not always had the cleanest data sets, but that's okay. And I think it's cool. Like, that's awesome. I'm glad to see Missouri doing well. I know brands like Rover doing really well out there. Joe was spending a lot of time out there. Shout out to Joanne. But yeah, it's very interesting. And I don't know why we're surprised that boomer women who had to raise all of us are smoking more weed now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bark at me, sir.
That's fair. But everybody that I know that is doing that is in Missouri is doing fantastic. They're actually making money. They're selling through with all of their products, and they don't even have product really left over to be bringing on other brands into the market. So like which is amazing. Yeah, it's a very like consolidated market. They're doing very, very well.
You like how Mick just unplugged my light for me? He stopped his feet at me and he unplugged my light.
That's really cute. It's really
Jenny,
cute.
with you, the light is shining from the inside. Nobody needs external illumination.
Oh boy.
Come here, Mickey.
Oh
Come
boy, you guys are funny, man.
Come here.
You guys are funny.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because some of these states that are not, what we would consider A markets, right? I'm always a little ambivalent and hesitant to see how they're going to roll out. Are they just going to be a diversion shit show? Mm-hmm. Are they going to just go Oprah Winfrey style with a license for everybody, and next thing you know, everybody's got a dispensary and cultivation license? Are we going to see massive maturation and margin decline? And so this is kind of it's a piece of good news. Mm-hmm. I also wonder if some of the mid-tier markets that are performing better than expected just have less diversion and or unregulated activity, which props up regulated demand. I don't know the answer to that, but I think it's always great to see sales numbers that validate that when people can easily, safely, and simply acquire cannabis, many people do.
Did you say a mid-tiered market?
Very funny. I see what you did there. That was pretty good. I also don't find anything surprising about these purchasing categories, both in terms of the type of people and types of categories. So I didn't think there was any news there because it really mirrors what we've seen in other markets.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Well, shout out to all my friends out there in Missouri. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, Missouri's kind of boring as shit. Like, you probably should want to.
There's not a lot else to do, right?
You can make a bunch of babies, or you can smoke some weed. You know what I mean? Like, pick one.
I take all the above.
All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll make babies and smoke weed.
Oh, Yara.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
I've got time today between 12:30 and 1 and 2:30 and 4.
Fair enough. And since Yarrow has time today, I'm going to end the story with some medical information for you guys. You ready for this? Yeah.